Hey everyone, welcome to our webinar today, Outsourcing Made Simple. We're going to give it just a couple of seconds here to let some stragglers come in, and then we'll kick this thing off. All right, quick agenda. I'm going to give a brief introduction about myself, a greeting from our CEO, and then we'll move into the heavy lifting. Why this matters now, Sam in one sentence, and quick 3 steps on how you can optimize your firm. We'll close it out with module 3, which will have a question and answer forum, and then a final closing. That sounds good. Let's keep the wheels rolling. My name's Alex Mesci. Been here with Sam for about 2.5 years now. Been mainly working on the product strategy and the marketing side. But with that, I've done the market research. I've seen what the competitors are doing, and I've seen what your competitors are doing to stay ahead of the curve. So I'm bringing some of those tips and tricks here today to show you how you can not only revolutionize your firm, but also increase your profits and prevent burnout within your employees. Quick message from our CEO, Mark Kubinski. This gentleman, he owned and operated over 50 CPA firms, and he saw a common thread across every single firm. They were running into HR challenges, peak seasonal compression, and with that, their employees were burning out. And as many of you know, good employees are hard to find. So why this matters? This matters because according to the AI CPA, we're losing 7.4 of our accounting grads just this year. Switching over to CPA Practice Advisor, we're short 340,000 accountants in just the US alone. So how does this result? Well, firms are stuck doing low margin 1040. Their employees are burning out, and the seasonal peaks are just killing your profit margin and your bottom line. So let me give you Sam in one sentence. Sam is an all-in-one growth engine. Outsource the busy work, redeploy your people, and let our tech surface the advisory revenue you're currently leaving on the table. How does this translate into the firms that have worked with us? Well, it leads to, on average, a 38% annual reduction in overhead just the first year, and an increase of 19% revenue in just the first year. A couple numbers and statistics on SAM. We've got over 800 licensed CPAs and EAs within the United States. We've had over 277 firms just join in the last 12 months, and that led to us processing over 12,000 tax returns. 3 easy steps on how you can get your firm in shape to not just outsource the busy work, but really own the advisory. Starts with step 1. You need tax outsourcing, and there's 2 primary channels. You can go onshore and offshore. At SAM, all of our stuff is onshore. What does that mean? Better security, better privacy, and most importantly, no IRS 7216 is required. Sending things overseas that might put a bad taste in your client's mouth. And fortunately with SAM, you'll never have to do that. That moves us on to step 2. As you're outsourcing your tax returns, our technology is working seamlessly in the background, bringing the upsell potential directly to your dashboard. It'll identify tax plans, business plans, and wealth plans that your clients may identify and be opportunities that can then bring additional revenue to your bottom line and also help scale your practice and grow the advisory like AI CPA and a lot of these other reputable industry analysts are saying that CPAs need to start preparing for. That moves us to step 3. You're able to now really own the advisory. With the newfound capacity that firms are seeing over 170 hours per tax season come back to them, you can then shift that to advisory and more profitable activities. This leads to better revenue, better margins, less burnout, and allows you as the firm owner and partner to strategically put yourself where you need to be most. So let's see this firsthand. I'm going to go ahead and switch screens here real quick. All right, so here's our SAM dashboard. Very clean, very simple, and everything starts here with create a ticket. So I'm just going to show you a quick brief overview of how this looks. And then if you'd like a more in-depth look, I'm happy to do a one-on-one, or we'll have another SAM expert connect with you to do that one-on-one and show you exactly how we can fine-tune this to work best for your firm. So starting from the basics, you have all your basic client information here, but the areas I'd like to point your attention to are the tax softwares. We currently support CCH, Drake, Lacert, ProSeries, UltraTax, and ATX. As you go through, you'll select whatever applies to your client, and at the bottom, you'll get your pricing in real time. When you click place order, you'll then go into ticket staging, where we're going to ask for your source documents and the previous year's tax return file. You'll attach those, then they move to the pool. Within the pool, your tax return tickets are usually picked up within a few minutes, and you'll see them start going through the preparing process. Once they are prepared, they are then reviewed and then triple checked to make sure that all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, and then they will be ready for your firm's review once they hit this stage. After that, once your firm has taken a look and everything looks good, you can complete it and it's ready to file. So that is the tax outsourcing process in a nutshell. Let me go ahead and switch back here. So with all of that in mind, sorry about that. With all of that in mind, we're going to now move into a question and answer. Anybody have any questions?
What is the average cost to prepare a 1040?
Oh, great question. So the average cost of a tax return, it's going to depend on, one, the complexity of the tax return. But I can say with pretty good confidence that our average 1040s are in the ballpark of $400 per return. And that's not just prepared, but also reviewed by a CPA with at least 10 years of experience, and then triple check to make sure that all the data entry and everything has been reconciled.
What's the average turnaround time?
Oh, also a great question. So the average turnaround time for any tax return from SAM is 72 hours. Now that's going to change depending on the complexity of the tax return. However, if we do need more time, we will communicate that to you before we start the project. Great. All right. So I want to thank you all for joining me and talk about next steps. You're going to see a little button pop up right above the screen here. If you want to click that, we'll be able to connect a SAM expert with you so that you can have a one-on-one. And within less than 30 minutes, we'll be able to formulate a custom tailored plan that will be able to grow your firm and scale into the modern age where your competitors will be left behind. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you on our platform.